Hey, how you doing YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about why the Houston Rockets could have a disappointing season this year. Now, every Houston Rockets fan that is literally ready to lynch me right now, chill out, okay? I'm not saying y'all are going to be bad, but I'm going to say you're going to have a worse season than you had last year. Now, I'm going to give two valid points to why I think y'all are probably going to have a more disappointing season than a lot of people are expecting y'all to have. Now, this does not mean that y'all are going to be bad and that y'all aren't probably going to be the second best team in the league next year. Y'all are probably going to be the second to third best team in the league next year. But a lot of people are expecting you to be just as good as you were last year, and I do not expect that. So, Houston Rockets fans, I ask you and beg of you not to just dislike the video because of the title, alright? Please hear me out. And if you still dislike the video after you hear all my thoughts and you disagree with me, comment below why you disagree with me, and then you can dislike the video, okay? I just ask not to get crucified on the cross by an angry mob of Houston Rockets fans because of the title, alright? Just hear me out. So yeah, without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so our first reason for this video is going to be that they lost Trevor Ariza, and now a lot of people are not looking at this as much, but obviously Trevor Ariza did not decide to re-sign with the Houston Rockets as he went to the Phoenix Suns, and I mean, I think that's going to be a much bigger loss than a lot of people are saying, because, I mean, Trevor Ariza was a person that could spread the court very, very good for them from the three position. I mean, he was a very good three, a very solid three, and that, I mean, could score, good veteran, pretty much does everything alright, and it's just a really, really good, solid, like, perennial starter that's going to start on almost every single team. And Trevor Ariza was actually gave them tons and tons of scoring. Not tons, but I mean, from what they needed of him, he did a lot more than what they needed from him. With he did his job very, very well for what he had to do. As he averaged 11.7 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, and 1.6 assists per game, and helped them stay in their small ball lineup. But now that Trevor Ariza has left the Houston Rockets, that's going to cause a whole bunch of lineup problems and depth problems. As now, look at this. Now, with him being gone, that forces PJ Tucker to move from the 4 to the 3, which means their small ball lineup is already now messed up, because now that PJ Tucker is no longer their starting 4, Ryan Anderson, their backup 4 right now, has to now be their starting 4. Now, Ryan Anderson is still not a bad player, definitely can score, definitely a very good shooter, but I mean, he's just a lot better and like way more important off the bench than he would be starting, because now they don't have a lot of depth at the 4 position, and now they also don't have a lot of depth at the 3 position as PJ Tucker is now there. So, I mean, they kind of ran into a pretty big block or roadblock since Trevor Ariza left, as now, I mean, their depth at power forward is now completely gone as their backup has to start, and then they move PJ Tucker, who played amazing for them at the 4. Now they have to move him back to the 3, which is going to force him to probably play even worse because he's going to be guarded by even better defenders. So, I mean, I can't see them, like, being as good or having their lineup be as efficient as they were last year, especially because like they're probably not playing positions that they want to, and I mean the starting 5 is just not as talented as it was last year. I mean last year you still have James Harden, Chris Paul, and Capella, and PJ Tucker still there, but he's forced to play the 3 now, which he's not used to playing, and then Ryan Anderson, who I mean is a decent player, but is not as talented as PJ Tucker was at the 4. He won't be as good as him, so he won't be a full replacement, meaning their starting lineup got worse. And then I mean with Ryan Anderson having to come up and Trevor Ariza leaving that 3 position, now you have even less depth at the 3 position and the 4 position, and just completely hurts your depth all around on the team. Now, I mean, I think that's going to be very, very big because, I mean, they're just not going to be very as efficient as they were last year, and that's one of the things that they strove off of, being extremely, extremely efficient. But now my second reason for this video is going to be their offense is going to go down. Now, we know the Rockets are an offensive powerhouse. Their coach, Doug and Tony, what is defense to him? He doesn't know what the word defense is unless his name is Clint Capella. He's the only really good defensive player on their team is Clint Capella. But besides that, they don't have it. Well, Chris Paul is really good on defense too. But I mean, Doug and Tony does not care about defense. He's all about offense. And I mean, last year his team was extremely, extremely good on offense when he had shooters like Eric Gordon, James Harden, Chris Paul, Capella could score, PJ Tucker could shoot a 3, Trevor Ariza could shoot. I mean, their entire team could really shoot and really score whenever they wanted to. I mean, they strove off of having a high-powered offense, but now their offense is going to end up going down, and they're going to lose their biggest strength. Their offense is still going to be good, probably top 10 in the NBA, but it's not going to be the top 3 that it was last year, or top 5, whatever it was. Because now, I mean, not only are they losing Trevor Ariza's 11 points per game, but I mean, PJ Tucker's points are also going to go down, as I mean, he's now going to be guarded by threes. And now threes are a lot more athletic, a lot better at defending. They have a lot more better defenders at the three position than they do at the four. And threes are used to having to guard people out on the three-point line, when fours usually don't have to always guard the player that they were guarding out on the three-point line. But now everyone's going to be used to it. They're going to be able to keep up with him because PJ Tucker is not that fast. So I mean, they're all going to be able to keep up with him and everything. So I mean, his scoring is going to go down. So now they lost Trevor Ariza's points. PJ Tucker's is probably going to go down. And I mean, another bad thing is going to be the court will not be anywhere near spread out. As I mean, Trevor Ariza spread that court out a ton. Because when you look at it, the only player, when Trevor Ariza was still there, the only player on the court that couldn't shoot a three was Clint Capella. And I mean, that's still kind of the case, but I mean, they don't have as good a three-point shooters. Ryan Anderson is a knockdown three-point shooter, but PJ Tucker is not a knockdown. He can hit a three, of course. He can definitely hit mid-range and everything, but he's not a knockdown three-point shooter. Capella can't shoot a three. PJ Tucker's an alright shooter. Ryan Anderson's a good shooter, and obviously James Harden and Chris Paul are better. And then another reason, and my final reason for this video, is going to be that Chris Paul, whether you like it or not, is getting old. He's not going, eventually, I'm not saying this year, maybe next year, he's going to start declining. Like, he's a 30-something, I think 30, like 34. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know he is getting up there in age, meaning that contract is going to bite them in the butt. Maybe it starts this year. I'm not saying it will, it might. And I mean, eventually he's going to decline. And if he starts declining this year, and I mean, to where a point to where James Harden has to go back to how it used to be, of just James Harden against the world, it's not going to be good. I mean, I think the Rockets are set to have a pretty bad season. Plus, they signed Capella to that extension, that really expensive extension. Not expensive, but they actually stole him. But $90 million is still $90 million over 4 years. You signed Chris Paul to that huge deal. James Harden's on a pretty big deal, I think. Is PJ Tucker? I don't know if PJ Tucker's on a big deal. But they also signed Michael Carter Williams. I mean, they don't have much money. So if they end up having a disappointing season, it's not like they're even going to be able to patch up many holes right now. They're not going to have very many. Plus, I think Ryan Anderson's on a meh contract, like not good but not bad, like not horrible but not good either. You know what I mean? So I mean, their money's also low. So I really just think they're going to have an overall disappointing season, just because of the reasons like I said. I mean, Ariza was a huge loss for them. That's going to be a tremendous blow to their starting lineup. Their offense is going to go down. That was their biggest strength last year. They were a decent defensive team, but they were not anywhere near like Golden State's level. So that they needed their offense to like make up for their lack of defense. And now that their offense is going to go down, it won't be able to make up for the lack of defense, and it's just going to bite them in the butt all around. So guys, like I said earlier, don't just bite me. Don't just like come over here and rip my freaking guts out and just freaking try to anally rape me in the comment section. If you did agree with me at any point, comment below you agree with me. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions below. I mean, even if you disagreed with me, I also want to hear your thoughts and opinions below. I really do. I mean, yeah. Another thing I want to say, we're at 296 subscribers. I think with last video I made yesterday, we were at 285. Y'all have been killing the the like button is pulling Ray Lewis's girlfriend and just getting beat. I was messed up. I am sorry. But I mean, y'all are beating the hell out of that like button. Thank y'all so much. We're 4 subscribers away from 300, which was my year goal, and we still have months left of this year, meaning the goal, I'm probably going to, assuming I gain more than 300 subscribers, like get past 300 subscribers when I hit it, we have passed my goal, and I can't thank y'all enough, and I will be making a video on that when I hit it. So just thank y'all so much. And if y'all did like the video at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. Hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so y'all need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo.